Hi everyone and welcome to Theme Park Worldwide, where today I'm back here at Flamingo Land Resort in North Yorkshire to bring you all an update on the 10 Inversion coaster. Yes, that's right, work resumed a few weeks ago. I was in the local area and I thought, wow, Flamingo Land's actually open for the zoo. Let's come in and have a little look at what's going on in terms of construction on this new ride. Bit of history for you about the ride itself. It's a second-hand roller coaster from abroad. It was supposed to be built at a couple of different parks before Flamingo Land actually purchased it. So yes, it's a second-hand ride. However, it's still not operated anywhere else before. Now with this, construction actually started here at Flamingo Land in autumn 2019, originally planned for a 2020 opening. It didn't open in 2020 because of the pandemic. Of course, it was delayed with the construction and finishing the ride. And yeah, it still didn't open in 2021. So here I am in February 2022, still talking about this Flamingo Land 10 Inversion coaster. We still don't know loads about it. It's rumoured to be called Inversion, but that still hasn't been confirmed by the park. However, I do know that a few weeks ago, work really started to pick up. They've actually painted quite a lot of the coaster since I was last here, so that's a big reason for coming in and having a look and sharing an update for you all. And yeah, just genuinely have a little look around the site and see what's changed since I was last here. So come and join me here at Flamingo Land Resort as we have a look at the construction taking place and any updates on the 10 Inversion coaster. Let's go. To start off the update then, just want to say how there's a lot of activity taking place down there on the construction site, which is really good to see. Lots of vehicles around. Since I pulled up on the car park about 10 minutes ago, there's been a big couple of dump trucks that have been bringing lots of soil and rocks into the site. And yeah, you can just see a cement mixer making its way down there as well. And you can also notice how some of the track has now been painted, and also some of the supports as well. Going to start off here on the right hand side by taking a look at the Cobra roll. And yeah, as you can see, the track has been painted grey, and some of the supports have started to be painted black just there as well. So we get a good idea on the colour scheme. It's actually a very similar colour scheme to Icon at Blackpool Pleasure Beach there, with the grey track and black supports. Looks much better than the red and yellow in my opinion. Can you imagine if they just left it that colour? I wasn't a huge fan. I know it was bright, but I really like this more modern look for the ride. And yeah, it looks very impressive. Yeah, the Cobra roll just there, all the track looks like it's complete with the paintwork on that, and just the supports, of course, changing them from yellow into black. Yeah, I would go and take a closer look down this way, but you don't actually enter the zoo through the main theme park entrance. If you come on these other days, you go in through a separate way. So yeah, that's the closest we can really get to the Cobra roll. But to be honest, you can see everything that we need to from here. And yeah, that new paint scheme looking really good. Much closer to the site then now, and yeah, here's a great look at that repaint taking place. Starting off again with the Cobra roll there on the right hand side, and yeah, you can really see now the kind of technique they're going for, working from the right with the Cobra roll. Great look at these supports there as well, starting to be painted black. I tell you what, it looks really modern and sleek, doesn't it, with this colour scheme. You can also see some of the final inversions just here have also got that new colour scheme. And yeah, they're working on the corkscrew there as well, down the bottom and the top section. Also the airtime hill. Obviously you can see the station building over there as well. And yeah, if we come up to the top here, again, you can see how all the top end of the loop is now being painted, which is looking awesome. Over there on the corkscrew as well, that's the second corkscrew that you go into on the layout. And you can see a lot of the joints have been painted here on some of these other final inversions as well. But yeah, I tell you what, it's coming on nicely. No work on the lift hill from what I can see. Seems like they might be starting on the drop shortly, because again, they've done all of the joins just over there. But I tell you what, finally, it feels like this ride is going to open this year. I might have been saying this for 2.5 years, but yeah, things are looking really good on site. There's a lot of activity taking place. As you can see, another construction worker just down there. Just going to zoom in over towards the station. Looks quite interesting. Looks like he's got a glass roof just on there. That certainly wasn't here last time. So yeah, that's looking really good. But yeah, I'm going to walk a little bit further around to the left now and have another look. But yeah, here's another pan just over to the right there with the Cobra roll. Looking awesome, really nice and sleek. Very impressed. Just around here now then at the side of the coaster, just at the bottom of the first drop. And I tell you what, so much work is taking place on site today. It actually feels like this ride is going to open in 2022. Finally, after all this time. It's very exciting though, because it's a big ride for the UK. And I tell you what, some work's taking place just down at the bottom here. You can see one of the construction workers. Yeah, this is the section just before, of course, the train will make its way up into the first inversion, which is the large loop. And yeah, the most significant update since I was last here is over at the station building there. As you can see, that's looking a lot more complete. And yeah, that looks like it could be where the queue line's going. I mean, they've reinforced all the wall there. Looks like they've put a concrete floor in. Yeah, that to me looks like could be where we're going to be queuing up to get on this 10 inversion coaster. But yeah, really good to see a lot more updates taking place down here now. And finally, it feels like we're getting to the end of this very, very long build for this ride. Let's have a little stroll down here. But yeah, that's the beauty of the zoo being open. You know, you can have a little walk down here and, you know, nobody says anything. You know, you just have a little stroll around. We're not in the construction site, we're just on the outside, which is fine. This looks like it's all for the lift motor. And but yeah, you can actually see another section there that has been painted just at the bottom of the loop. Give it a few weeks, I reckon we're going to see the whole ride finished with the paint job, or at least I hope so. But yeah, all this building, of course, housing all the lift mechanism. You can just see the cable for the lift there coming down, because obviously it's not a chain lift, it is a cable lift. Oh yeah, look at that. This certainly to me looks like where we're going to be queuing up for this ride. Lots of groundwork taking place all around here. Yeah, and the station building looking really good. I tell you what, it's so nice to see finally after all this time this coaster coming together. And yeah, a lot of groundwork taking place around the station. It doesn't look like we can see any sort of theme over there. It looks more like it's going to be just a modern kind of feel. A lot of the aesthetic with like the steel that we can see around there, like all the corrugated steel, looks very similar to some of the other rides here, maybe like Hero, in terms of with the finish they're going for. But that's fine by me. Just to get this beast open, I'll be more than happy with that. In terms of has the train been round yet, we still don't know. You know, it's one of them things, we're still unsure if the train's actually completed a circuit yet. But yeah, things are progressing nicely, which is really good to see. Here's a really cool view for your walks. Yeah, as you can see, you've got the large loop just there. And zooming down with the old colour scheme and the new. The Cobra roll all painted up, some of the corkscrews and these final few inversions here as well. Yeah, such a mess of track, I love it. But yeah, I'm a big fan of the new colour scheme. I know a lot of people wish that it stayed the original colour scheme, but yeah, I really like what they're going for here. Looks a lot more modern and brighter. Finally, it is so good to think that we're near the end of this huge project that has just been going on for such a long time. I can't wait to actually get on the ride or even just see it going round. But yeah, I am more than confident now that this ride is finally going to be operational in 2022. But yeah, I'm going to go and have a little look from inside the park then now, because like I say, the zoo is open. Purchase a ticket online, have a walk around the zoo, and yeah, also get some more views of the 10 inversion coaster as well. So I made my way inside the park then now and onto this brilliant observation point in the zoo, where you get a great panoramic view all the way across the park. The Lost River ride there, Kamali, Cliffhanger, Mumbo Jumbo, yeah, and all the wonderful animals down here as well. And yeah, they're actually doing some paintwork now, it seems. A couple of the lifts have gone up just over there, so I'll give you a bit of a zoom in. I've got to say, the new coaster does look fantastic from this angle. It's going to be great when it's roaring around the track. And yeah, they're actually hand painting it with rollers just there. So yeah, what we're looking at here is the little blue cherry picker just down the bottom there. There you go, you can actually see them rollering it, painting the supports black just there. Big process to do all this, but you know what, it's going to be worth it when it's done. And yeah, you can see the big white lift that they've got just off to the right there. I take it that's for doing the higher sections. Yeah, they do the lower sections with the blue lift and the higher sections with the white one just there. But yeah, they're working on the supports over at the Cobra roll. And yeah, we get a nice view actually of them supports that have now been completed or nearly completed. I can see a little bit of yellow peeking through. But yeah, it does look really nice, doesn't it? And you've got to think they did repaint the supports over on Velocity a couple of years ago to the grey colour scheme as well. So yeah, it all goes together really nicely over there. And yeah, when I've had a little look around the zoo, head back outside, we might have some more progress to see a little bit closer up. So I've also just noticed there's another one of the cherry pickers off to the left. Yeah, with this crew actually working on the loop just there as well. So yeah, it's really clear to see that it is full steam ahead now on getting this ride ready for summer 2022 when we're expecting this to open now. Fingers crossed. But yeah, it's good to see. You've got two crews working on the repaint from what we can see there, and teams doing groundwork and working on the station building. Yeah, it's full steam ahead on this exciting new ride for the UK. So just a few minutes since the last shot, as you can see there, they've raised up a little bit higher now, right to the top of the loop just there as well. I'm not too sure now if they are painting or not, it's quite hard to tell. Zooming in a little bit, they could be checking the joints or maybe painting over them. Yeah, it's quite hard to tell. But yeah, they're certainly looking at the top of the loop though there. Really interesting. It's like they're wiping it down. So in terms of other updates, I'm in Flamingo Land, just thought I'd show you around some of the other rides that are having their winter maintenance done. You can see the Lost River ride trough is all empty here. And yeah, this is the section where the boat actually comes to a stop and you get a great view into the animal reserve just here. But yeah, it's just quite unique seeing all the drive tyres down there. Lots of work going on around the park, not just on the new coaster, but also over at Flip Flop it seems. And yeah, there's a JCB digger just down the bottom here as well. So yeah, there's a lot of work taking place. I mean, the park does open a few rides next week for February half term. The only big ride that's open really is Mumbo Jumbo out of the coasters. Got some cheetahs just down here as well. But yeah, we'll carry on down this way. It's nice to see work taking place, and hopefully we can get a close-up look at Kamali down here as well. Oh, I love all the giraffes they've got here as well. So nice and peaceful when you come here at this time of year as well. Oh, hello. He was just chewing on that post just there. But yeah, there was a lot of rumours going around that Flip Flop was going to be leaving the park. However, it is still standing at the moment. I thought there was some work going on from a distance, but yeah, I think the JCB was either just passing it or doing work elsewhere in the park. But yeah, very interesting. It is still standing. I tell you what though, just walking around, there is a lot of activity taking place, which is good to see. I'm really hoping that 2022 is going to be a great season for them. Are you hoping as well? I think he is. Yeah, because I was quite vocal about my thoughts last year. We're always honest here on this channel. And yeah, unfortunately, last year there was a lot of rides closed and they were still charging full price, and there was not really well advertised what was closed. So yeah, I'm really hoping that 2022 is going to be like a bounce back year for Flamingo Land, because it's got so much potential. You walk around this place, it's great, it really is. But yeah, it just needs to get them rides open, have the new coaster ready, and things be more reliable and communicated better. So in terms of how far you can come into the park when you come on the zoo days, this is about your limit. You can just get nice and close down here to the Swinging Ship and Kamali, and yeah, you can just see Mumbo Jumbo off to the left. But yeah, as you can see, there's a fence up just down the bottom there, blocking you off going any closer into the theme park. But yeah, it's really nice that you get some great views. And like I say, it's got so much potential, this park. I mean, you look at this view just here, the vista that you can see with Kamali, the lake just there. It really is a fantastic park with all the theming and landscaping. It just needs the operations improving and just a little bit of cleaning up in some areas. But yeah, it just seems like there's a lot of stuff happening around the park, which is good to see. They're doing some work over at the splash battle there, all jet washing, pressure washing it off, you can see there through the trees. So yeah, some more of that pressure washing around the rest of the park. We're not going to miss. I think that'd be good to see. But yeah, updates on Flip Flop. It's still standing. It looks like it's ready to go over there. So yeah, it'd be interesting to see if that is operating when it's scheduled to open in a few months' time. A little bit further around the corner then now, looking at the huge drop here on the Lost River ride. And yeah, it looks like they've been doing a bit of cleaning up around here, doing some wood replacement on the sides of the trough there on the drop as well. Yeah, just these little bits of work that's good to see. You know, you're paying to come to the zoo, but you've also get a nice kind of behind the scenes look at what's going on in a theme park. I mean, just seeing all this drained and empty here, and off to the left you can see the carriages here for the railway that actually runs around the park. So yeah, it's quite nice really, because if you're a theme park enthusiast, just seeing what goes on over winter, it's really nice coming here. Yes, you get to see the animals and it helps support the park during a really quiet time. You've got to think they've got to pay to feed the animals, they've got to have the zookeepers. You know, there's a lot of kind of outgoings for a park like this that's got a zoo. You know, the animals, they don't just go to bed for the whole of the winter. You know, they've got to pay them, of course, to feed them and all the staff. So yeah, you know, it's one of them things that coming to these parks over winter that have got animals like this, it does support them, but you also get a sneaky look round as well at what's going on. And yeah, just pretty cool, isn't it, just seeing like all the train carriages there. No training sites, that's probably having some maintenance done elsewhere, but yeah, you just get a quite little cool walk round, which is really nice, seeing all the work going on. Continuing on then with my walk around Flamingo Land Zoo, and we've got the camels just over here as well. Now these camels are going to determine for us whether the coaster is going to open this year or not. So if one of these camels, if you could just give us a nod up and down if the coaster is going to open in summer 2022. Just a little nod, that's all I'm looking for. Right, looks like I'll be here next winter then doing another update. Oh no, there we go. They both nodded. That's it, it's opening. That's confirmation, folks. You've heard it from the horse's mouth. Should that be the camel's mouth? So just before I make my way out of the zoo and have one more look over at the 10 inversion coaster, just thought I'd give you a bit of an update on the cable car here. I did notice earlier on that all the actual cable itself has been taken out. Yeah, you've still got the two main supports here. However, it does look like it's coming out, and then one of the zookeepers has just said down by the sea lions that this is also being removed. So this was a sign that we got used to seeing these past couple of years here at Flamingo Land. Ride not operational. I'm hoping to see none of them throughout the park this year. However, it is a shame the cable car is coming out, but it's probably just come to the end of its life. Fun fact for you, this used to actually operate at Alton Towers. This was the original cable car at Alton Towers. It's very, very old. You got to bear in mind the Sky Ride opened in the 80s and that replaced this at Alton. So it's an old ride, it's come to the end of its life. And for me, if that's the case, it's sad, but at least they're taking it down and removing it. I hate SPNO, standing but not operating, when things are there and just with signs like this. Yeah, it wasn't operating last time I was here, and that of course means we know why now, because yeah, it looks like it's been removed from the park. And yeah, like I say, the zookeeper down there at the sea lions just did state that yeah, it was coming out at the moment. But yeah, it's sad to see it go, especially a piece of Alton Towers history as well. However, it's had a very long life. Here we go then. Well, this is a nice little bonus. They've actually got a couple of the family rides open down at this end, even though I thought it was just a zoo, including Mischief Mansion just here, the dart ride. So yeah, it's open, so I thought, why not? Let's take you for a little ride on here at Flamingo Land. Didn't actually go on this when me and Charlotte came last summer, because it had that big of a queue all the way out the door because of there being a lack of rides opening. Oh, right in there. God, it's such an old school dart ride. It's got some good smell pods in it though. Yes. The interesting thing is, I've chatted to a few staff here today and they've all said the coaster is going to be opening this year, which is really good news. So we're definitely going to be here probably a couple of times this year, to be honest, when it opens. Oh. Yeah. Yeah, what a nice little bonus to the update. Especially because we didn't come on this last year because of the queue. It was massive. Quite a low throughput attraction, this is. I feel like a lot of the audio isn't working. Got the sound effects, but not like a soundtrack in the background. I don't remember it moving this slow. I'm sure it's moving slower than normal. At least you get to appreciate the scenes a bit more. Yeah, proper old school dart ride. Little bonus. But yeah, the vintage cars is open. The carousel, the little aeroplane spinning ride. And yeah, I think the staff just kind of rotate round and just open these few rides. But like I say, next week, then a bit more is going to be opening for February half term. But yeah, we're not going to be here for that. But we're going to be down here in the summer, of course, coming and riding on Inversion. If that is the name. What a quality effect. But yeah, if you want to get your dart ride fix, get yourself down here to Flamingo Land over winter. You might even get on Mischief Mansion just here.
Yes!
Oh, a nice little bonus there, getting on Mischief Mansion, the little dark ride. Yeah, especially because me and Charlotte didn't get on it in the summer because of how big the queue gets. It's just a real low throughput dark ride there. And yeah, it could do with some work in there, but they do keep the smell pods topped up, even on an off-peak day like today, a major off-peak day, where I didn't even think there was any rides open. The smell pods were still topped up in there. Yeah, nice little vlog here, a bit more to see than I thought. And yeah, we're going to have one last look now at the 10 inversion coaster, because next time I'm here, there's a high chance it might be operating, you never know, or I might even come down before it opens just to have a little look around the park. We're pretty much confirmation from chatting to a lot of staff here, it is going to be opening this year, finally. Right then, so one final look at the construction taking place. There's actually 4 teams now painting up the ride. You got one set just up there on the loop that we can see, another team just off to the right working on the corkscrew, and then yeah, you've got 2 teams over there on the Cobra roll, which is absolutely brilliant to see. It is clear now, especially from chatting to some staff today as well, that this ride is going to be opening in 2022. Next time I'm here, the track and supports, it should all be painted up in that nice new colour scheme. Can't believe they're just rolling it though, rolling away. But yeah, it must be quite satisfying though, to be honest, doing it. Yes, it's a big job, but you know what? It looks the part, it'll be worth it. And yeah, what they've done with the supports, I really like them. Nice black supports with the grey track as well. But yeah, one final look at it really in this colour scheme, if you like. It's going to look completely different next time we're here. And yeah, you know what? I really like it. Can't wait to see this thing running round, and also seeing what colour the train's going to be for this as well. Absolutely fantastic. And now we've got some blue sky. One final look from round at this side. I'll give you a zoom in just up there on the painting taking place up on the loop. Absolutely awesome. Great to see. Piece by piece, support by support, it's getting there, and it's going to be worth it when it's done. It's going to look fantastic. Well, there we go. That brings us to the end of this update here from Flamingo Land. And yeah, just seeing all this work going on the coaster, like I said back at the start of the video, I knew that a few weeks ago work had started up again, but I wasn't expecting to come here today and see all of this happening. There's more activity on that site than there ever has been, to be honest, especially with what looks to be the queue line going in, the station area, and just everything really coming together now on this 10 Inversion coaster. Will it be called Inversion? When will it open? That's what we're waiting for, and of course looking forward to finding out. But as always here on Theme Park Worldwide, we'll keep you updated on what's going on, because this is a huge ride for the UK, and so many people aren't really talking about it. You know, I think because it's gone on for so long, to be honest, but finally the end is in sight for this ride. I'm looking forward to it being open, and yeah, we're going to be down here checking out the latest updates. Next time I'm here, possibly when the park does open for the season. I doubt that this ride will be ready for when the park opens in late March, April with its full season. However, it is certainly possible, you know, it could happen, but still got the testing to do, staff training, still quite a lot of landscaping around, but yeah, I'm expecting the track to be fully painted maybe in the next 2 to 3 weeks at the pace they're going. There's 4 teams on there working on it today, and yeah, then of course we'll be back here bringing you all the latest updates on Theme Park Worldwide. But yeah, thanks for joining us, and that leaves me with one final thing to say: get out there and keep on riding. See you all in the next video.